Hi, everyone. Good morning and welcome to Great People Interview Series. I have with me here Madan, who is the founder and CEO of RecruitingHub.com. It's an AI-driven B2B online recruitment marketplace. Some fantastic venture we're going to discuss today. And I'm sure, there's going to be a lot to learn from the journey of Madan. So, Madan, welcome to this interview.
Thanks, Sachin. I'm equally excited to be here and nice to get to know you and London School of Digital Business.
Thank you. So tell us more about your business, recruitinghub.com, what it is.
Right. So recruitinghub.com is an AI-driven marketplace, a B2B marketplace. So we've always known a job board or a professional and social networking platforms by nature, B2C, that connects a company or a recruitment agency with a candidate. So by nature of the existing business models in recruitment has been B2C. So Recruiting Hub is a B2B aggregator that connects companies, hundreds and thousands of companies with hundreds and thousands of recruitment vendors worldwide. So, in one line, so we are a B2B aggregator for recruitment, recruitment business.
So how does it work? I'm sure, a lot of our audience is not from recruitment background. So for them to understand B2C, B2B, B2C, we understand whatever is the existing model. But when it comes to B2B, is it that you have a lot of agencies who are your customers?
No, they are our suppliers. So our customers are companies, the employers looking for candidates, and we sit in between the employers and the recruitment agencies. So, so for us, an employer is a customer and a recruitment agency is a supplier. So we sit in between.
Fair enough. Fair enough. I think that's interesting. And what is this AI-driven thing? And you're using AI, ML algorithms here. So can you just explain a little more?
The current and future is technology. So the technology has taken a lot of space in our lives. It has reduced or brought in a lot of difference in our day-to-day life activities. So therefore, we have smart features on the platform. What it does is basically when a company posts a job, the product in itself finds within the registered recruitment agency's database and let them know there is a suitable vacancy that they can find. So the AI works in a manner when a job is posted, the matching recruitment agency will be notified in a matter of seconds. So what we're trying to do is fill the gap between the company and the recruitment vendor, who in turn may be able to find the best candidate. All this in a matter of seconds and hours, basically. So the speed at which the platform can find a company, the end candidate, via a recruitment vendor is probably like within hours. There are scenarios where companies have posted and matching recruitment vendor has engaged on it and found the candidate in 5 minutes time. So the turnaround is very quick. And this is where the AI ML comes in picture, helping fill the gap between the company and vendor, find the right candidate.
Amazing, amazing. So if you have certain companies who have a process whereby they validate the vendor before they allow them to be engaged, how do you handle that problem?
That's the gap we have tried filling. So basically, the gap between the company and for example, for instance, in the UK is a market worth 15,000 boutique recruitment companies. So these companies have to validate this 15,000 to be able to be on their PSL. And if they come on Recruiting Hub, they don't have to do any evaluation, validation. They don't have to negotiate terms, sign multiple agreements, create multiple vendor codes. One Recruiting Hub will enable them to work with 100 agencies in a matter of click and find candidates faster and pay one platform. So we distribute the success fee to the vendors, and they are not in the headache of creating multiple vendor codes, evaluating them. So we act as a one-stop shop.
Amazing. One more problem I see that, if there is multiple vendors or agencies who have the same candidate,
Yeah.
and how does that work? Because then if a company is advertising, your notification is going to multiple agencies, right?
Yeah. So we have the duplicate check done at the software level. So what happens is when a company advertises a role on the platform and let's say 5 vendors. So while posting a job, the company is given full control over their recruitment budget and the process. So we ask them to upload a job description. So we have a parsing technology that helps the company post a job in less than 30 seconds. And while posting the job, we allow them to choose the CV limit and agency limit. So although we have 2,350 recruitment vendors worldwide, so they choose the CV limit and the agency limit. So the software will stop the further agencies from engaging on it. And the answer to your question is multiple agencies working on the same role, submitting candidate, the software will stop the duplicate submission. For example, if agency 1 has submitted a candidate, agency 2 is trying to submit the same candidate will be stopped. Depending on the candidate's email ID and phone number. So we've got a duplicate check done at the software level. So the clients are not getting the same candidate for the same job from multiple vendors at the software level.
That's brilliant. So right now you have employers from UK or outside as well?
So we've got a total of 840 or just 840 employers registered across the UK, UAE, India. So we've got employers in the European countries as well, US, Canada. So our employer base is spread across, and we've got 2,350 recruitment vendors registered in Japan, Singapore, Malaysia, UK, Europe, Middle East.
So it's really a global business. It's not UK centric at all.
Yep. So we are a global company. So if I have to give you a company background, so we are a UK registered business headquartered in the UK with foreign subsidiaries in UAE and in India. And we are likely to expand to other foreign countries like Botswana. So this is in the final stage now. So we are likely to form an entity in Botswana and in Brazil as well. So we'll come to that stage a little later. But we are growing really fast in many countries and locally as well.
Okay, brilliant. Okay, so what was your idea or intention behind giving this name to your business?
Right. So your brand name has to be spot on, depending on what business you do. So I can't think of a better name than Recruiting Hub because it's just spot on name.
Yeah. It just tells what you do.
Exactly. So I can't think of a better name than Recruiting Hub.
Excellent. So tell us more about your backstory and how did you, come to this point? What has been your journey?
So a background about me is I've got 14 years experience in the recruitment trade. So I started my recruitment journey back in 2007 in India. So I used to work for a job board, India's #1 job board, Naukri.com. So that's where my online recruitment journey started. So if you believe it, 2007, not much internet penetration in the country. People weren't using smartphones and people didn't knew more about the social and professional networking platforms, and companies were still using paper to advertise. Yeah. So that's when I joined Naukri.com to sell an online recruitment. Companies weren't buying, to be honest. But if I tell it now, people will laugh because every company uses one or two job boards to recruit or find people. So it was difficult then. So 5 years of selling online recruitment solution and 5 years of offline recruitment company experience helped me launch Recruiting Hub 6 years ago. So my 10 years of recruitment journey put together, the outcome is Recruiting Hub. So it's neither a job board. So I work for a job board. I did not create another job board. I work for a recruitment company. I did not launch another recruitment company because there are already thousands of recruitment companies. I don't want to be one among the 1,000. So what I created was something that stands in between. It's neither a job board nor a recruitment company, but it sits in between. So we are another medium in recruitment. So we can call ourselves another medium. So a company can go to a job board or a professional or social networking platforms. They are 2 online mediums. The third online medium is a medium that has an aggregator for recruitment vendors in one place that a company can use if they're unsuccessful finding candidates using a job board or professional and social networking platforms. they simply can come on Recruiting Hub if they're looking for external support. And it works really faster than any other medium available today.
Fantastic. So through your journey, what has been your biggest challenge?
So like any tech company, so you need a lot of cash to put the product together. So we are a software company, product-based company. So like any tech company, initially you need to burn a lot of cash to put together the software team, and you need to keep burning cash. And that has been a real challenge because I did the mistake of not going aggressively on raising funds outside, but then instead burned my own cash. But it has taught me a lot of lessons. Now I know what not to do. However, I could say that we have done well in terms of how we have progressed in the last 6 years, and last few months has been really good. The way we have changed our sales and support strategy, the product in itself has evolved in the last 6 years, and we've brought in a lot of features that's helping both the companies. Yeah.
How did you manage by not raising cash? Do you need your own cash? You okay with that?
That's not right, like I said, but yes, I did burn my own cash, the money that I've saved over the last 10 years of having worked for companies. And then I did also bootstrap the company with the co-founder, and we have also met up with friends who are high net worth investors. So they put in cash, and then we raised seed funding. So now we no longer require funding to grow because we have the sales and support strategy has changed from in-house to outsourced. So we've gone a franchising model. So we are now inviting a lot of people to come across the globe to start Recruiting Hub branch in every city. So that's working really well for us. In the last 6 months, our business has been doubling, tripling every month after month. So I feel that we are in the right direction of the company to scale numbers, and we are at the end of the day we are generating a lot of value for our customers, for our vendors, and for the shareholders who have put in money in the company as well.
Excellent. So I think this teaches a lot to our audience. You have to change your model to suit the situation, which is what you've done fantastically well. Hi there. I just wanted to share with you all why London School of Digital Business is doing this great people interview series. Well, for the last few years, small and medium businesses have been facing lots of challenges. Individuals have been wondering what's going to happen to their careers because of these emerging trends and technologies, artificial intelligence, VR, AR. What's going to happen? It feels as if the world is changing. And then COVID hit, and there is a lot of depression in the minds of people. So we thought we need to bring in some positivity, bring in some motivation and inspiration. And it's all good to know these stories of Elon Musk and Jeff Bezos and Bill Gates. But we wanted to talk about the extraordinary stories of the people that you get to see in the ordinary world. They are no way ordinary people. They are great people, but they are the ones you can relate to. Hence, we thought this is something that we want to bring in to increase the chances of success for many, motivate them, give them the insights. And I'm so happy to share that every leader has shared completely unique and different insights because their situations have been different. Somebody was alone, and we know that entrepreneurs are alone at the top and how it feels, and they fought their challenges. Somebody had partnership, business partners, and somebody could not survive the business partnership, so they had to rebuild themselves. Somebody thought, well, I could have done this differently if I was to go back in time. So every insight is so unique. I must thank all the people who shared their journeys, and I'm sure this will help you all succeed in life, increase the chances of your success, as well as reach there faster, and of course, achieve happiness in life. Thank you for listening. Well, moving on to, slightly personal type of questions, if I may.
Yeah.
What would you do over weekend?
Picnic with the family. So I think I enjoy spending time with my kids. I've got a daughter and a son. So picnic, you know how the England is. The countryside is beautiful. Going around in the nature with children is a great pastime over the weekend.
And what's your favorite holiday destination?
If it's summer, I would say Switzerland. If it's winter, I like Phuket in Indonesia, in Thailand.
Wow, brilliant. Okay, well, nice places. Definitely, the places I have been and I have enjoyed,
Yeah.
surely, they're really worth
Actually, the
it.
James Bond Island in Phuket. Yeah, scenic.
Amazing. Okay, so tell me one thing. If you were to go back in time, tell me just one thing that you would have done differently.
I wish we can go back in time, but to be honest, I don't want to do anything differently because you need to commit mistakes to learn. So I think it is worth committing a mistake in business. Otherwise, you wouldn't have the process improvement, right? So honestly, I did ask this question myself. I don't think I would have done anything differently, but to fail to succeed. And we are what we are today because we have committed a lot of mistakes and we've changed, and change is permanent, right? So inevitable. So I don't think I would have done any differently. I would have committed similar mistakes, but I think we would have improved from those mistakes.
Okay, well, that's great. And what would be your inspiration?
My inspiration from others.
Yeah, who inspires you?
To be honest, we are in people's business. Businesses need people, and we are in people's business. So the 7.9 billion people do inspire me because I feel everybody is unique. But if I have to put a name to someone, it would be Jack Ma. So Ma Yun of Alibaba, well known as Jack Ma. I'm really inspired the way how a tourist guide has become a tech giant. So he inspires me a lot. And
Amazing.
because I'm on the technology side, the way he has built the platform and the product and services is amazing.
Yeah, definitely. And just to tell you, there are people whom you're going to inspire through this interview.
Sure.
And more importantly, because you have an extraordinary journey, but you are a person that an ordinary person can relate to, rather than, your inspiration, which is Jack Ma. With all due respect, what he's created is great, but for inspiration, I think people see that too high for them to relate to. Yeah. So, well, that's just my sharing on inspiration, though.
This is what I've been taught. Ordinary people doing extraordinary. Yeah, you don't have to come from a business family background to be a businessman. So we are all. I'm a first generation business person. I have learned it all myself to be where I am. So definitely, like you said, the audience should get really inspired to seeing people who are from a very normal background and they are trying to achieve certain things. So this reminds that these youngsters should start up. If you don't start somewhere, you won't get anywhere. So definitely, yeah, ordinary people doing extraordinary.
Okay. Well, last 30 seconds, if you would like to give one advice to the audience.
To the entrepreneurs, upcoming entrepreneurs, or anybody aspiring to grow, I think, like I said before, you need to start somewhere. But you need to be prepared for the roller coaster ride if you wanted to be an entrepreneur. So I would say you need to prepare. If you have an idea, you need to think twice. You shouldn't have the wrong idea and then try longer and fail, because wrong ideas wouldn't succeed. If you think your right idea is correct, is right, it can even take 10 years. Even if the world stands against you, the right idea is right, you work harder for 10 years and it will succeed. So this is what I want to tell the upcoming entrepreneurs. But be ready for the roller coaster ride. You don't give up, and you need to fail to succeed. So don't be afraid of failing. But you need to have that guts to withstand anything that may come your way, even if the world stands against you. But if the idea is right, I think you'll get there.
Madan, thank you so much for your advice and your time. Your interview has been really insightful. Lots to learn of how you have changed and tried to disrupt the recruitment industry, should I say. It's
Hopefully,
really
yeah.
inspirational. And I think, people can take this as an angle into their industry and see that, can I do things completely differently? So it is an industry disruption. So good luck for that. And thank you so much for your time.
Thanks for your time as well, Sachin. Take care.
Cheers. Bye.
Cheers.